This is Angie Hall, and you are watching Three Pink Chairs on the Queening Network.
I'm Monica, and you're watching Three Pink Chairs on the Queening Network.
All right, we are back with another episode of Three Pink Chairs. I'm your host, Big Queen, and I have the lovely Monica and Angie here to talk to me about some of my favorite topics. Now, this is Monica's first time. Are you ready? Angie's a seasoned vet now, okay? All right, so we're gonna hop right into it.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, question number one. How do you communicate about sex and sexual health with your partner?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
It's easy?
It's easy. It comes right out. Because if you don't speak, they don't know. You have to speak. You have to communicate these needs, these wants, when it's time, when it's not time. If you don't communicate it, how do they know?
That's true.
All the time.
Hey, this topic. Are you married?
I am. I'm 8 years down, married. We're working on it. 12 years together.
So it's kind of easier. You all know each other.
Right.
So
It wasn't easy at first.
Right, but that's why it's a good question, because she has someone she's been with for a long time.
And I'm single.
And you're single, so you have to be comfortable communicating that with someone who you may not be as tight with, or, you know, so how, like, is it easy for you? Is it something that you get a little shy about, or?
I think the first time, that first experience with anyone is a little nervous. I mean, it depends on the chemistry there. It's always great to have chemistry. It
always starts with the chemistry. Absolutely.
Chemistry, if you got a great chemistry with someone, then it's not as hard. It's just natural. It's a natural flow. But it's all about the chemistry. And I can just say, as a single person, it's more important to make the decisions of it being the right person now. You know, maybe in my younger years, made bad decisions, but now it's about connecting with the right person on that level.
Right. Do you think it's harder for women to discuss sex publicly?
Yes.
Then why?
A lot of women can't even say the proper terms for their vagina. Just saying that word is.
Do you think that comes from like an education piece, or like how we were raised? Why do you think it's a little more taboo for women?
How you were raised, because in my household when I grew up, we didn't talk about sex.
Exactly.
We didn't talk about sex. We didn't talk about the body parts. The body parts had different names than where they were actually called. So when I got sex education, I mean, I have known what the vagina was. It was like that thing, you know. So it was terms that we learned at home that were not the proper terms. So I think it started at home. Not being able to talk about sex was something that started early childhood.
Yeah, I think that is interesting, how women kind of get a little uncomfortable sometimes when you talk about sex in a healthy way. It's like you're just discussing what you like, what you don't like, you know, partners you've had, and men can kind of talk about it really freely without it being
taboo.
Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting, and I was trying to figure out, like, is it because we don't really know how to communicate about it, or are we just not comfortable communicating about it?
It's definitely both.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know how to start a conversation without scaring others around them. That is the same thing for me. A lot of people, when they find out that I like to educate people, they're like, oh, well, I have a question. But before then, it's like,
they don't want to talk about it.
Educate people how? What do you do?
So I have a lot of people, how did you make it to 8 years married and you're only 31 years old? They want to know about the intimate part. And of course, we had to get intimate to get to this point, and it does play a big part.
It's a big part. Definitely.
So then I just explain what works for us. And a lot of people take, and some, it's not for everybody. A lot of people leave, but it's just the education part. Just
do you all explore sex now?
I was like, what is it?
We do.
Do you try new things?
We do. We've been around the block. We try BDSM, and that is kind of restraint or pain or dominatrix, that type of stuff.
What else?
I'm intrigued.
I mean, you can introduce
toys. Okay.
Toys is definitely a big one. Natural fruits and vegetables, they can assist you. Some people have actually cut the inside of a cucumber out, and that can be used in assisting.
Is this on the topic? Is that part of the pink question?
The hot pink, no, but it is a hot pink discussion. I didn't have this.
But it's different things that you have to explore and figure out how comfortable your partner is, and making your partner comfortable in that.
And I think that's the key, is bringing up that conversation without hurting their feelings or without making them feel, a certain type of way about anything. I'm taking notes. I'm like, let me
But then it's a hard topic to tell your partner that their sex isn't good. Because what if you, I'm single, of course. I keep saying that because I'm waiting for my husband. But, even what if you like a person, you like everything about them, you're physically attracted to them, they have everything, they soothe you emotionally, but then their sex is horrible.
Then they gotta go.
You can teach them.
Oh.
If they're open to being taught, you say, well, would you be interested in learning some new things that I like?
And their egos are very fragile when it comes to that.
And that you have to be very gentle with approaching those things, but you can approach it as, let's learn something together. Let's try something together. It's not just about him and how he falls short, but it's how we can connect better and try something new together.
Okay.
So it's just a different way to approach it. Like I tell a lot of people, porn is looked on negatively, but if used as an educational tool, it can be used differently. So you could actually...
I'm going to definitely run this back and take notes. Because I got to write down all of this.
It depends on how you use it.
So that is, I got a hot pink question. Question. Do you feel like the media is over-sexualized? And is it a good or a bad thing?
Definitely.
I think now that social media gives us the opportunity to speak things that were hidden before.
Okay.
That's what I think. Should we have already been talking about these sexual topics before? Definitely, because we would have been more in tune with our bodies. But I think social media gives us the outlet to talk more about it. Now, do people take it to the extreme? Is social media sexualizing women and children, even men? Yes, I think so. But I think it does now provide us more of an opportunity to talk about stuff.
So it's kind of both. There's good pieces, and then there's kind of the bad pieces. What do you think, Monica?
Same. I definitely agree. It is being over-sexualized in all ages, all sexes. It's becoming a bit too much, but at the same time, it has given us the opportunity to speak on it.
Yeah, so it's about finding that balance.
Yeah, because I have older women who are like, can you teach me something now?
Right,
Back in the day,
They wouldn't even want to talk about it.
But older women are more into the burlesque and
like feeling
the
sexy,
boudoir photo shoots and stuff. It's like, we have to get... Women are getting their sexy back. I guess it's like when men go through their, what they call it, midlife crisis. So older women are going through that now.
Yeah.
And it's you have a little more support. It's a little more open to speak about. So.
Can we embrace you?
See, ladies, that wasn't bad, right? See, Monica, how was your first time? I popped your 3-pink cherry. Y'all join us next time for another episode of 3 Pink Cheers.
Yay!